Hopefully my volume adjustment is decent for some of y'all. Trying to speak as loud as possible. Um, I have played all the original Devil May Cries. I am using this to try to get some fans, watchers, subscribers, viewers. To those who did watch me play Dark Souls, I appreciate it. Um, this game is pretty big in my household. Play the first one, you know, pretty lit. PlayStation 2. What else to say? Capcom is really pushing the ball, which is good. You know, okay, let's see what we got here. You know, they got Resident Evil 2 remastered. And honestly, Capcom needs to remake a lot of their old games like remastered, which they're pretty much dominating the market when it comes to these campaign games.
I can take you with no.
If any of you guys are really Capcom fans, you play, you know, Onimusha, of course, Devil May Cry. And one of the gems that I played was Clock Tower 3. Now, if they were to bring that back remastered, absolutely I'd be first one in line to buy it, because the game's got such good storytelling, and Capcom is really good at telling a story, and you know, other stuff follows, but there's something about that storyline that just makes it so interesting. You know, you got Alyssa, who's a rooter, and she's battling evil spirits. Now, there's a lot of bad and a lot of good to that game. You know, like the battle system. You know, you get a bow, you get some arrows based on your soul. And it was just so clunky, like rigid. There was no real flexibility. Her speed pulling the arrow was garbage. And if the guy was faster than you, the boss, you were dead. You know, 2 hits, you're dead. But if they were to remaster that and fix that battle system, oh my god, that game would be so epic. Clock Tower 3 is a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. Because, you know, Capcom, is, you know, you get A, B, and C. A opens B, B opens C. You know, it's very linear. And then the mission-based style, like Resident Evil and Devil May Cry. It's really quite similar, actually, because you go to one location, you gotta find this, you gotta find that, and it's pretty simple. That, what was it called? You know, the key opens this door. That's with all the games. Oh, there's Dante getting his ass whooped. Again. They really brought some of the graphic design from Devil May Cry 2, obviously, besides Dante, but Urizen looks like a couple of the bosses from Devil May Cry 2. Like, straight up.
Looks like this won't be a total
And of course, you got the son of Virgil right here. Pretty fucking useless right now with his fucking stupid haircut.
Sorry, Dante.
Now, you guys are probably wondering why I have 37,000 fucking red orbs. Well, I tried recording this beforehand. It didn't go too well. I didn't have a microphone to talk to you guys. And I'm also trying to find that balance between my voice being actually heard during the gameplay, because I do like talking about video games a lot and the designs. You know, it's super fun to play these kind of games and, you know, get you guys involved. Hopefully to watch this and talk about, you know, your favorite studios. Obviously, I like Capcom. I mentioned a lot of video games just the past 5 minutes of me non-stop talking. You know, I bought a lot of customization for the Red Queen right here. And yeah, it's just restart it, start the mission, start recording it, get that gameplay action going. You know, hopefully you guys watch it. Hopefully you guys tell me what I can improve on, because I am starting out. And like I said before, I do appreciate the ones that do watch me play Dark Souls 1. And I do plan on posting my whole adventure on there, because I did beat the game. And people always complain, or not complain, they say the game's pretty hard, but it's pretty simple. And in fact, you go from A to B and kill people. You know, the battle system's pretty fucking slow, but it's still fun. You know, I enjoyed it. I leveled up a lot and recorded every fucking thing, because that would take a lifetime to show. Okay, finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, Nero's fucking weak. He still needed Dante's help when he first got discovered.
Round 2.
Like, Rebellion breaking right here is not really a big deal.
Get her out of here! This is a bad move!
I can still fight.
Like,
Go! You're just dead weight!
Back up.
he's got Vendetta, technically, if this is a continuation off of Devil May Cry 2. He's got Vendetta, he's got the Merciless Black Sword. And he's supposed to have Sparta still. Like, I know Trish has it, but my point is he can always get it back. He doesn't have to let her keep having it. It's just, to me, Dante could be the best fucking player and game user. Skip that shit. And of course, break the glass. Give me my scores. Give me a C. Oh, B. Anyways, like Dante from Devil May Cry 4 to 2, obviously, his power level just increased enormously. I don't know what this shit's about. And yet here he's struggling against Altmundus, who wasn't fucking a pushover. Obviously, Devil May Cry 4's main boss was pretty weak because of some human trying to be a demon king, which obviously never works out. My point is that Dante from number 2 to this one, if that's the correct order of the storyline, he's lost a major point of his power. Because he did have a super devil trigger when he neared death in Devil May Cry 2. So he should have used that. And these bugs are straight up fucking from Resident Evil 4 and 5. Like, straight up. Their design is pretty much the same. Like I said, Capcom, they recycle so much for their stories. But, you know, they're just fun games to play. They're like arcade games. You just put that quarter in, you keep playing and playing. You know, it's pretty fun. Devil May Cry 5 so far, like I said, I already played it, but it hasn't impressed me yet. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been disappointment. This and Kingdom Hearts 3 have been pretty much a big disappointment.
I've got some cleaning up to do.
I don't know, I just feel like the game itself wasn't hard. Like right now, I know I'm on a simple setting because I messed up my recording, but I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 is really freaking easy. Like,
Getting the hang of this new tool.
I just stopped playing it. It's not even fun to play. A game's supposed to be hard, like legitly hard. And that's why Dark Souls is so popular. People love hard games. Well, I do, personally. That's my opinion. You know, I'm just sharing it with you guys, but whoever does watch this video.
Think you'll leave this here? Sweet.
Yeah, I prefer a challenge. That's the whole point of buying a freaking expensive game. You know, you want to have a challenge. And yeah, I know I might be late with console buying. PlayStation 4 is already done. PS5's been announced, but I don't know. I was hoping these big trilogy, 5 trilogy games, Devil May Cry, you know, it has so much potential. I know Capcom went through a hard time, but then they revived themselves with Resident Evil 7. You know, you just hope that they're just not babying the game just to make sales. Of course, that's obvious. It's a pretty obvious point. But still, you know, I want to play a game that gives me a challenge. I can replay it. The replay value is super important in games. You know, there's a lot of that going around. You know, replay value. Why am I going to replay? You know, that's the whole point of these Battle Royale games taking the fucking game community by storm. You know, everybody wants to replay it. It's the same goddamn thing over and over again. You know, it's fun. You can play with your friends. That's the point. You know, playability. You know, single player games I've always done. Legend of Zelda is one of the first games I started on. You know, I'm a young guy. But it's just Kingdom Hearts 3, like I was saying, it's just so babyish. Like, it's cool to look at graphic wise because it has Unreal engines. But it's just too goddamn easy, and it's too fast paced. It's like, you're gonna beat the game in less than a minute. I mean, especially if you know it's by the books, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Square Enix and Disney. Plus, you're just super overpowered. Sora just summons fucking Disney rides and destroys the Heartless and the fucking nobodies. Oh, I'm on fire. Wow, I'm really on fire. Get me the fuck off. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna beat this game, obviously. Well, many people have beat it before me. But you know, hey, like I said, you know, it's part of the journey, learning. Post games I really want to play, you know. I am playing Dark Souls 2. I'm about to play Dark Souls 3. You know, I plan to beat all 3 of those games. I wouldn't be the first, but hey, you know. People gave me views from those games. People I don't even know. I didn't have friends watching yet. You know, like I said, I'm really starting off. I really want to get somewhere. You know, unrealistic expectations, probably, but hey, gaming is the simplest way to start a YouTube channel, but also one of the hardest to grow. That's the beauty of it. I like a challenge. You know.
What a lovely house plant.
That sort makes it easy, right?
Like that? Then have some more. Out of the way. Oh, I gave you that one.
I mean, this boss literally is just standing there, and the tentacles are doing all the work. Granted, I am a little bit stronger. Yeah, I have beaten this boss already, like I said, according to my stuff. But anywho, you know, protect the people. Got the trophy again. Maybe I beat it faster than last time, but You know, that was the whole mission right there. The prologue mission. And it's just funny to me, wow, I got an S, that Capcom made a great remastered, obviously, which is Resident Evil 2, and I've never personally played Resident Evil 1, 2, or 3, or the in-between stories of those ones. I started on Resident Evil 4, and that game is freaking amazing. You know, it's not even like blow you away graphics, but the gameplay is just phenomenal.
That's it?
And it's just fun. You know, you get to do what you do, Resident Evil, find the girl, find the mission, and boom, you're done.
Hey, we doing this or what?
That was the beauty of that game. Plus, it was in Spain, you know, gave me some continuity to the storyline, changing it up a little bit from just, oh, Raccoon City. Let me customize a couple stuff real quick. You know, I try to talk a little bit more, but I talk too much, I feel like. Let's see, like I said. That's important. That's more important than anything else. Devil Breaker. I get more arms. Yay! That's exciting. Really? It's only at one buy 20%? Fuck, man. Let's add a little speed. Get this game over with. Look at how useless this character is. You know, like I said, Capcom has a formula. And putting useless characters in has not really been one of them until now. This girl really acts like a total tool as well. And she has no pertaining to how Dante and Nero were doing stuff before she came along. You know, it's just, I'm complaining a lot, not really, I'm just venting. And dialogue for the game, but yeah, it's a little better.
I need to catch up to me. Fast. What a mess.
People just dead. And his graphics pretty cool because it kind of reminds me of this one anime I watched. It was Karas, where they kind of look like this when they die. And also Resident Evil 6, when Chris's story, or all their stories, is when they get all heated up and transform into a bioweapon. They kind of look like that. So like I said, Capcom recycling stuff, you know. No idea is new. Especially that fucking brain synapse right there. God damn. You know, straight up from Resident Evil. I mean, this robotic arm still possesses demon powers, like there's still a hand. Ghost hand, but still electricity. I don't think Nero ever really tried to train his body like he should have, because at least Virgil, he trained. You know, he still wasn't as good as Dante, who was a natural. Plus, Dante's not really a great fighter. He always gets stabbed by his own sword. Especially if you watch the anime. Oh my goodness. Every episode he got stabbed by his own sword. Oops, there's a boss over there. Come on. Let's run full speed. So obviously the way I'm playing with Nero, I've already played Devil May Cry 4, which is a pretty special game to me because the day I bought it was the day my dog died, and I had this dog for a while. Like, I was 4 years old when I had my dog, and 2011, I was about 8 years ago, but I was 20, and that dog was really important to me. Actually, I was 19, let's say, 'cause I was going 19 at 20. And obviously, as a family member, all animals are precious. Cats, dogs, birds, whatever. Everyone's different, you know. But this dog grew up with me, and when she died, you know, I went to GameStop, bought the game, and played the hell out of it. Beat it probably like 3 days. Devil May Cry 4. It was super easy. But it still holds a special, you know, place. 'Cause it's just super fun. You know, they brought back Dante's gunslinger swordmaster techniques from Devil May Cry 3, which was kind of interesting because between the original order of the games, he relied on devil triggers, and then he had styles, which were interesting because the devil triggers came from weapons, and the styles kind of were based off of his his two weapons. Like, forgive me, his guns and his rebellion sword. And that's how he got his power when he was a punk in Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. You know, he had Gunslinger, Royal Guard, Trickster, and Swordmaster. Now, from there, he went to being Dante, Force Edge User, in Devil May Cry 1. And he got the Alistair sword, he got Ifrit gauntlets, and then he got Sparta. And then from there, he goes to using Rebellion after he gives Trish Sparta. You know, and from there, technically Devil May Cry 4 to 2, he's using Rebellion still again. And from there, he goes, you know, really, you don't really know what happens to him because in Devil May Cry 2, he's in hell, he comes back to Lucia, and then she's not here. Like, Lucia has to be in this one. If she's not, I'm going to be upset. Because she loved Dante, and he loved her more than Trish, obviously. Like, Trish is just the side action he got in the first one, and then the fourth one. That goes without saying. Lady, she's just there. When he first met her, it was like, oh, who are you? You know. Oh, your daddy's the villain? Oh, boo-hoo. So, you know, there's a lot of convolution to this storyline. And, am I going backwards? No, I'm going forward. No, I did go backwards. God damn it. I do that a lot. I backtrack so much. Yeah, I get spun around a lot in video games. But it's kind of a good thing because then you find something like, oh, I wonder what's over here. And this hotel is straight up from when Resident Evil 6, Chris's story. This is exactly the hotel he was in fighting those creatures in the flashback when he hits his head. And oh, overture. I have no idea how to switch between hands. Like I said, I'm just playing this to get over with. And I do have a lot of passion for video games, like I said. But it's just like these days, games just don't offer a challenge. Dark Souls, I can replay that a million times and it'll still be challenging, even if I have every upgrade possible. Get your ass over here. Guess I kill everybody, but anyways, the challengeability, because like I wanted to buy Spider-Man, the new one, but they're basically the same game over and over again. You know, I beat Spider-Man 3, which was alright. PlayStation 2. But you know, the playability of that, you're just swinging around 90% of the time. You got little side missions. They really don't amount for much. So all the Spider-Man games are pretty much the same. You can't expect much. Yes, you get to trick out his skins. Oh, big whoopty. You know? That's why everybody's playing games, I guess, just so you can get more skins.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yeah, I can make this work.
Hey, pick this bug up. Thank you. So many cutscenes. That's another thing that I'm starting not to like. Like I said, the gameplay I did before this just constantly wasting time with cutscenes. And that's what another reason Kingdom Hearts 3 would play the game.
Doesn't seem like a demon.
You know, that's the whole point. I want to play a game. Yeah, it has sick graphics. Yes, we want to have story, because usually video game stories are better than movies. That's why we play them.
Wait.
But
Which way did I come from again?
I want to fucking play the game. Oh, cutscene. We got to see this stupid girl talk. Oh, Nero's got to say something cheesy and stupid like he's in the Avengers fucking movie. But you know, it's a game needs to be a game. You know, there was this one game, some of y'all probably played it, beat it faster than me, but Hollow Knight. God, that game is so beautiful. It's so simple, and it's super hard, but it's super fucking fun. Like, it's just, oh, it's just such a simple game. That's the beauty. It adds simplicity to it. And I really hope the creators of that game, the studios, I hope they come back and really revamp the sequel or prequel sequel that they're gonna do, because that game was fucking beautiful. And you're this little fucking shadow creature just going around murdering everybody. And it's just super fun in the sense that the game itself, gameplay, you know, you had a mission and every time you do it, you're finding more and more stuff. You know, that's a game. That's why everybody's going to all these independent games. All the big name games like Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, they're garbage. You know. And I know I'm playing it. I'm playing the game right now, so I'm not a hypocrite. But you know what I'm saying? Just the continuity of gameplay of every game. You know, you want it to be special every time you fucking play it. You know, you're spending a lot of money, and you know, the games that I spend less money on are way more entertaining than the big AAA title games. You know, Dark Souls, triple title, but people play it because, oh, red orbs. Because A, it's challenging. That's why people love it. There is no, oh, well, Dark Souls is garbage. Well, you know, it may be overrated, but it's still fun. What is this? Can't open doors either. I want to get people started about. It's like Capcom remaster some of the games that no one wants to play, but you have the money for it. Clock Tower 3.
This again?
Oh, this again? Oh, I didn't have one. Can we skip that? Yeah, you can hear my dogs barking. It's because they bark at everything. I have tiny little dogs. They're really cute. But back to the conversation at hand. Onimusha 1, 2, and 3 are freaking amazing games. Onimusha 2 did change its style a lot from the first one. And that's why people didn't like it too well. But I do like the replay value, like I said. It's just a good, tough game. Onimusha 2 is a really tough game. Onimusha 1 a little bit easier. I beat that in all settings. Well, not easy. I don't play easy. I play normal, hard, and if there's a very hard, I'm playing it. Like God of War. You know, Santa Monica Studios. Excuse me. They make a tough ass setting. You know. The original settings were what? Human, God, or it was Spartan. It was human, Spartan, God, and something like that. In the very first one, the Priest 2 one, and then in the second one, it was Spartan, God. Well, Spartan is easy. God, normal, and then I don't know. I might be wrong, but and then Titan was the super hardest one. I beat in that game on Titan mode. That thing was hard. There's just one boss that gave me hell. Oh, not even a boss. It was just one part of the game that it wasn't even bosses. It was just a bunch of enemies coming at you, and it was really hard. And it was the part when you had to protect that priest. You're gonna bust his head open anyways in God of War 2. Yeah, you know, just that. I beat all those games in the hardest settings, and especially in God of War 3, the real God of War 3, PlayStation 3, is when you're fighting Zeus. I died at least 20 times against that dude, and the perk of it was that every time you died, your health came back maybe like a third. And by the time I had died enough times, trial and error, you know, you start learning moves, you start predicting moves, the order of the game, the NPC. You know, the AI is pretty predictable at that point. And of course, you become a god playing a game. There's that brain synapse again.
I'm getting really sick of this stupid.
So, my point is, like, the God of War that came out on PS4, which I did record, but I didn't have any commentary on it. Kratos and his son are just killing everything in their path. And at the same time, it's like, it's fun because at the same time he's teaching his son. You know, all Zeus had to do was like, hey, you're my son, I love you, you're kind of crazy, and stop killing everybody, stop trying to destroy what I've created. And of course, we all know that didn't fucking work out because Kratos destroyed the Olympian pantheon. And he goes and runs away into Midgard, which technically is like right down the street, I guess, apparently. And has a child. And from there, he's obviously changed to the point where he's not trying to be some crazy psycho murderer anymore. He's just trying to make sure his son's ready for life, because you know what good father doesn't want that for the son? He already made the mistake of killing his daughter, and he doesn't want that to happen again. He wants his son to succeed. That's the beauty of it. And plus, I'm pretty sap for father-son stories. I have a very tough relationship with my father, but I love him to death. And it's just like, you know, is the mom really dead? Is she not? That's what we need to know in Devil May Cry. I mean, Devil May Cry. God of War. New God of War sequel. Because you know we're going to get it. If it's going to be on PS4 or PlayStation 5. Either way, we're going to get it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that Leviathan axe. And that axe, my god, it is fucking OP, man. It just does work. You get the Blades of Chaos again? Oh yeah, forget it, man. That was a fucking beautiful moment too.
Not gonna lie, this new arm is pretty sweet.
And the part that I loved the most about that game was
Guess the phone.
see, here's another useless cutscene. It's just, why do we need it?
Tell you what, you call me from now on, and I'll hustle on over.
just so we can get this bimbo chick a couple minutes of screen time. In a stupid van. So I can customization. Devil May Cry. Let's go fight this boss. Because recording on the PlayStation 4 has a time limit. And if you're still watching, honestly, I appreciate that. If you do watch it, if anybody does watch this. Well,
Somebody call a doctor?
and he looks just like a boss from Devil May Cry 2. And especially if you play Devil May Cry 2, you know which one I'm talking
Sorry to
about.
disappoint ya. Hey, you happen to see a guy around here? About this
And I'm
big?
pretty sure that's the whole point.
I was supposed to meet
Some of these monsters, some of these demons look like they're from the original games. And I'm gonna skip this because he doesn't know anything but talk about him. Some stupid Avengers moment. Instead of fucking talking to him, kill him. You know, we know when Dante talked to them, he was being sarcastic to them. But it was funny. Like when Dante meets Phantom in the first Devil May Cry, he makes a joke with him and he pats him on his fucking leg, but it seemed more natural.
It's your grave. Yeah, get up all you want.
But Nero, like I said, that Disney influence about being a joke all the time. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty sick to look at, but oh, I'm going in. And I got out by myself this time. No. Of course, just press circle now. And you're beaten. So yeah, like I was saying, what was I saying? Help me remember. Oh, yeah, Dante's legit. You know, I'd rather play as Dante or his father or his brother. You know, if Virgil ever got his own standalone story, that'd be pretty badass. You know, this boss, like, look, like this is such a waste of the scene. I'm gonna skip it. Time constraints. Well, looking at us, I didn't even try that hard. But yeah. Let's not rate that. I'm basically almost caught up to where I originally started recording, and I'm gonna be able to play off the Devil Trigger or Devil Hard setting, and you'll see a difference, obviously, that it's a little more challenging, but from there I'm gonna go and, you know, beat the game basically, because people are beating this in 5 hours, and I can really beat a game in 2 hours. I really try to put my mind, not speed running. I'm not a speed runner, you know, but actually like legit, just beating a game. You know, I'm talking about just getting everything as well. 100% beating the game. So I like to just start controversies. You know, the whole point of a video game is to play a game. AAA titles need to stop getting all these cutscenes. Take that away from the video games because it's just convoluting everything about it. Well, I've been the Handsome Devil Gamer for your entertainment purposes. please leave a like, please subscribe, and for those, like I said, that did watch my old videos, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope there's more to come. Like I said, I'm starting out. Thank you again. I'm gonna keep my face under wraps for now, but you can hear my sweet, sensual voice talk and monologue and complain at the same time as I play these game throughs. And yeah, Handsome Devil Gamer, thank you so much.